What's up guys, welcome back to HMHT. My name is Ben, your host of course, and today we finally have a watchOS 8 update, and the beta that we're talking about today is actually beta 3, and this comes slightly over 2 weeks since we saw the release of watchOS 8 beta 2. So at this time Apple seems to be going on further with the 2-week release cycles, at least for all the betas that are out there at the moment. Now for me, if we go to see the update size, this update came in for me at around 640 megabytes, and I was actually updating from watchOS 8 beta 2, so it was quite a big update. Obviously this is not all that Apple released today. Let's go on to the Apple developer website. You can see the other updates that were released today. We have macOS Monterey beta 3, we also have iOS 15 beta 3, as well as iPadOS 15 beta 3. We also have watchOS 8 beta 3, of course this is the video for that, and also we have tvOS 15 beta 3. So if you are not aware also and you use Metal, we got Metal developer tools for Windows 2.0 beta, so that also came out today. And also, in case you are not aware, yesterday Apple released release candidate versions of macOS Big Sur 11.5. They also released iOS 14.7 as well as iPadOS 14.7, and also they released release candidate version of tvOS as well as watchOS 7.6. so I would expect these release candidate version that were released yesterday to be out sometime later this week, or perhaps next week. So next week could be a busy week when it comes to those updates. Now let's go in to see the software changes that came with this update. If we go to general and then go to the about, you can see the new build number that we have here, and it's 19R5302F. So the build number that we have here has an F at the end, and if you recall correctly on my previous video, the build number also had an F, so it's the same version but the letter at the end is, it's a slightly different version but the letter at the end is the same, so it could mean that there isn't a lot that changed in terms of stability. Now let's talk about new features and changes that came with this update, because there isn't actually a lot. I managed to find more bugs than new features, so let me show you some of the new features that are here with this update. The first one has to do with the ability to be able to update with less than 500 megabytes of storage. So you can easily go into your settings and then go to general and go to software update, and then you'll be able to update even though your Apple Watch storage has less than 500 megabytes. Now that is something that's good. And then also something that I wanted to highlight has to do with Siri suggestions. So Tech Hyped is the one that showed me this, but now you are getting more Siri suggestions when it comes to this update, and they are more focused towards helping you focus a little bit better with watchOS 8 and iOS 15. And also, while in messages, I found out that if you try and reply to a message, it sort of isolates it completely and puts this bokeh background where you can't actually see what was behind. So before you could sort of see, you know, the background text or what was, you know, besides this text, but you can see how it now has been changed. So that's also another thing that changed with this update. And also the last, or the other thing that I would like to highlight has to do with focus. So if you use focus quite a lot, you'll be able to see that the colors of focus take on also the colors of the logo. You can see here that instead of being like purple like it was before, it now takes on the color of the bedtime, since this is the color of the bedtime. And on the device, since this mirrors what is on the iPhone, if you go to the iPhone and actually pull up focus right here, you can see that actually this does not do justice when it comes to showing the colors that I'm talking about. So if you go to focus here, you can see the colors that we have when it comes to do not disturb, sleep, personal or work, that they have different colors. So if you set like a focus profile like personal, which is like some sort of light purple, then the focus icon on the Apple Watch will also be light purple. And those are changes that we're here with this update, and they've just been tweaked up a little bit. And also another thing that was fixed with this update has to do with dictation transcripts, which are now functioning as usual. Now those are all the new features and changes that came with watchOS 8 beta 3, as well as some of the fixes. Now let's talk about some of the bugs that are here with this update. The first one that I have to mention has to do with the photos watch face. So if you use the photos watch face like this one, I use this photos just to make the 8 picture. Sometimes you might see that the crop ratio once you select this watch face will be different from that which you are set. That's a known issue and bug that is there. And also when you are using school time sensitive notification will be able to alert you during school time. So you might be focusing and then you notice that the notification will pop up. That is a known bug. And also another thing that is known with this update has to do with Shazam, where developer tokens are leading to errors. Sometimes Shazam might not be able to listen attentively or be able to find that which you want to identify. And another thing that I noticed too that has been affecting me from time to time has to do with the refresh rate. Now I gotta say that this happened to me when I was using this watch face, since it has the most information. So I lower my hand like this, and on my iPhone you can see the time here that it says 5:25. So I would raise my Apple Watch like this, and then it would like take some time to refresh and show like the 5:26 that we have. So you can see it change like from 5:22 to 5:26, and it usually delayed by like 1 second. That is an issue that has been affecting me from beta 2, and on beta 3 I'm yet to experience this. I will let you know if this does happen. And also another thing that I noticed is that raise to work sometimes doesn't work always, but you can see that here on beta 3 I think that bug could be fixed. So fingers crossed, hopefully this is fixed. You can see every time I raise my wrist this is working. And also the other thing that people have been reporting has to do with automatic reboots. So from time to time people are seeing their Apple Watch just reboot out of nowhere. And also the last thing that is here as a bug has to do with watch faces, where sometimes you select a watch face and sometimes it just blacks out or is very slow to reload or reboot or just show watch faces. Now other than that, these are all the bugs that are here with this update. If you want to see how my battery is doing, if we go to the battery section here, you'll be able to see that I last charged it to 100% at 135, and right now it's 527. So you can see during that time that I've lost about 11%. Not too bad, but not the greatest. If it does affect my battery drastically, then I'll let you know in the comment section below or over on Twitter. And other than that, performance wise, you can see that it's quite okay. Not a ton of new features and changes that came with this watchOS 8 beta 3, but it does have a lot of bugs that were reported, and this goes to show that you're doing your part. And thank you so much for reporting the bugs that you are facing using the feedback app, either on the iPhone or on any platforms that you have, and keep doing that. And thank you so much for watching, and stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.